mentioned that most people walking around today, because of the complications of COVID and human relations challenges we're going through, there's a level of upset, irritation, fear, uncertainty, lack of clarity that makes it very difficult, I think, for people to process what they want to do, how to do it, and that sort of thing. So something like dialogue that can help unlock some of the feelings, and without it being, it's not a regurgitation process at all. It is a very productive way for people to hear one another's perspectives. So there's a real clear discipline around this. It's not fluffy in the least. And one of the things, as Janet was talking about, how it's used and that sort of thing in the last segment, that occurred to me was one of the reasons I wanted to work with Janet is because she is a master at this. Yep. And she's also fearless about it. So it's not that the discipline does help people be less fearful. It really does. It has that power. And so I appreciate that. And yet you have to have someone who has trod that path before to say, this works this way, and the outcome will be incredibly helpful. And Janet has been there. So I worked very similarly, naturally, for years with my coaching clients, with teams, sales teams, with large organizations. Two teams couldn't see eye to eye. I used a lot of the same kinds of principles that underlie the dialogue process. So that's another reason we have complementary skills and backgrounds. But really focusing on it today, I think, the dialogue process, one of the greatest benefits is that it really starts with hearts, your heart response, as opposed to your head.
Right.
And I think right now our heads are kind of reeling in many ways. And the dialogue process invites us into a heart response that balances out the racing mind, where the fear gets its own momentum. And so I think that starting with the heart, we effect a bit of a balance that is incredibly helpful, and we get to the point of wisdom, which is what we would prefer as we're working with businesses or individuals.
Well, that's one. I mean, and I've witnessed. Let me embarrass Janet a little bit. I've witnessed and participated in her masterful structured dialogue sessions, and I think it's important for the audience to know these aren't dialogue just there. These are structured dialogue sessions that really are very, very effective.